There's the Wynford Royals and Steve Gray getting set to tee off here on a cold and damp night here at Wynford Stadium, and the wind is gusting at, I would have to say, upwards about 40 miles an hour, and I believe that is maybe why the Royals decided to kick off as Coach Ken Norris looks on, the defensive coordinator. There's a good shot of Steve Gray, the 190-pound junior at 6 feet tall. Back deep for River Valley is Rich Wallace, Rob Johnston, and we are just about set to get underway. The ball is set, and we are underway with high school football on TV54. Goes to the left side. Nick Wolf breaks one tackle, and that is wrestled down, corralled down by Sean Jury, number 5.
Mike Oswald and Sean Jury on the tackle.
And the starting lineup for the River Valley Vikings, who come into this game at 3-1, setting up offense on the 24-yard line. Travis Shepard, the quarterback. Nick Wolf, halfback. Rich Wallace, the tailback. Steve Jones, the running back. And Tony Barzacchini, who coming into this game is averaging 6.5 yards a carry. It's a full house backfield. First guy through is Barzacchini.
Barzacchini, the ball carrier.
And he's going to pick up a good 4.5-yard pickup. It'll bring up a second and a short 6, a long 5. So the game plan of the Vikings is to set up the rushing attack that leads the league. Power eye once again. Shepard, the quarterback, second back through. Wrapped up by Tony Stover is Rick Lindsay. He might lose a yard on that carry, as Stover did a great job of staying home at his defensive end spot. And wrapped up the 5'11 senior. This is a senior-dominated River Valley team this year.
3rd and 7.
Only 2 non-seniors in the starting lineup. Jeff Petrie, the tight end, and Matt Denninger, a junior tackle. It's a 3rd and 7 after the loss of 2. They go I formation. Shepard with a quick hitter over the middle, and it's complete. And that's Jeff Petrie, the tight end. Just a quick hitter over the middle, and it's a first down on the 40-yard line.
First and 10 on the River Valley 40-yard line.
Full house backfield for the Vikings. A 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. Shepard spins around, gives it up the middle, and it looks like Barzacchini again. And he's going to get tackled by a whole host of Wynford Royals, including Colton Bayless, Tim Reinhardt, and Steve Schemp. Pick up a 3.5 on the play, and it brings up a second down and a long 6. 9:31 on the clock here in the first quarter. Full house backfield once again for the River Valley Vikings. Second back through is Lindsay, and he's wrapped up immediately. Good job by Tim Reinhardt.
Tim Reinhardt on the tackle.
Let's take a look at the replay on this, and you can see Lindsay coming through off the left side, and right there was Reinhardt and company, and they drop him for a gain of nothing, and it brings up a 3rd and 7. Passing situation for the Vikings, who send Barney Wessler wide to the right. Still full house backfield. Shepard 1 for 1 on the night. Play action. Shepard rolling to his left. He's going to scramble and is going to be short of the first down. Knocked out of bounds by Shane Grove. Mark Allspaw was over there. Shane Sand. There's a shot of Greg Filiator. You can see how cold it is with his Wynford Royals hat and thick jacket on. It's only a gain of 3, so it brings up a 4th and 4 punting situation.
3 on the play, 4th and 4. Tony Stover back deep for Wynford.
Stover back deep for the Royals. It's a short punt and goes out of bounds near the 28-yard line. Let's see where the referees mark it. And they will mark it just about the 28, 27-yard line. So that is where the Royals will set up on offense when we come back. No score, 8 minutes left in the first quarter.
Everything you're looking for and more. Struble Drug. With lots of things for you to see. And medications for your family. With everything you're looking for. We're a drugstore and a whole lot more. Everything you're looking for and more. Struble Drug.
Next time you're traveling on Hopley Avenue in Bucyrus, take a look at Carl's Auto and Sales and Service across from Geyer's. You'll always find a fine selection of excellent used cars with full warranties. Many of these cars come from the South. Carl's Auto also has 24-hour towing, plus a wide variety of bodywork, brake jobs, tune-ups, and they can work on foreign cars too. 22 years of service to the community assures you of a job done right. Stop at 836 Hopley Avenue, Bucyrus, or call 562-8225. Carl's Auto Sales and Service.
And the Royals on the 32-yard line, their first play from offense. They go to second back through. And John Seif will pick up a couple. And it brings up a second down and 7. Ball, there's a starting offense for the Royals. Quarterback Todd Redmond, the junior. Fullback Shane Grove, a junior. Steve Schimpf, the tailback. Colton Bayless, the flanker. Split in is Mark Allspaw. And the rest of the starting lineup on the offensive line. Slot right, Redmond, the quarterback. Play action, rolling to his right. Redmond sticks it in. He's going to run for it. And might pick up 2 on the play as he's tackled by Eric Smith, who came up from his cornerback spot. It was a gain of 2 and brings up a third down and 5.
On the Wynford 37-yard line.
The Royals, I'm sure, will try to establish a passing game today against the Vikings secondary that comes into this game last in the league against the pass. And they line up in the slot left. There's the option play. Redmond keeps it. Nice move. Cuts inside. Got the first down and more as he gets up near midfield at the 47-yard line. A pickup of 8. Let's watch it on the replay, and you can see Redmond does a good job of stringing it out, plays the defensive end, cuts inside, and picks up 8 for first down. First one of the game for the Royals. This drive started at the 32. It's a 1st and 10 on the 47-yard line. Slot right formation for the Royals. Grove and Seif in the backfield, and Grove gets about 4 on the play. Straight dive.
We got this from the Sheriff's Department. If a red pocketbook is found, would you please turn it in at the
So Grover, his first carry of the game.
Thank you.
Coming into this game is averaging 3.4 yards a carry. And he, of course, scored the only touchdown last week in the Royals' big win over Colonel Crawford. Slot right with Mike Allspaw and Mark Allspaw. Wide to the right. Redmond looking that way. Short underneath the coverage. It's caught by Allspaw. Mike, that is, and he's got a first down and a pickup of 13 yards. Let's watch it again on the replay. Play action. Redmond will looking all the way to his right. Finds Allspaw on the sideline. He cuts in and picks up a couple extra yardage. And it's a 13-yard pickup, 1st and 10. Ball on River Valley's 38-yard line. Slot left, and first Redmond keeps it that time on the option. And we got an injury on Wynford. It looks like maybe John Seif, number 35. We'll have to wait and see. And that's who it is as they attend to him. While they attend to him, we'll take a timeout. 5:01 on the clock, an injury timeout. We'll be back right after this message.
With more room and selection and a new name, Dixieland Carpet, formerly Morgan Dixon Carpet, 1652 Whetstone in Bucyrus, are ready to serve you. Come on in and you'll find the best deal on carpet in Bucyrus. Dixieland also will come to your home, measure your room, and will install your carpet for you with all work guaranteed. Dixieland features all name brand carpet at the best possible prices. Come on in. See Don, John, and Les at the new Dixieland Carpet, 1652 Whetstone Street in Bucyrus. Anytime you deal with a financial institution, you look at more than numbers. At Farmer Citizens Bank, you count on the friendly staff to assist you with your needs in checking, savings, certificates of deposit, money market certificates. And from time to time, a help with a loan is necessary, and Farmer Citizens can help there too. Loans on new and used cars, home improvement loans, home loans, and more. The friendly staff is waiting to serve you at Farmer Citizens' 2 offices on Washington Square and on North Sandusky. Member FDIC.
Well, unfortunately, there's the Bird ambulance pulling away, and John Seif being taken away after what it looked like apparently maybe a broken ankle. We won't speculate any more than that, but he was taken off the field, and now the Royals at 5:01 in the first quarter with a 2nd and 9.
Wynford ball.
And we'll see if we can get an update on the condition of John Seif. Ball on the 37. They line up in the slot left. Colton Bayless in the slot. Mark Allsball wide to the left. Redmond, the quarterback, rolls that way. Under pressure. Lets it go. And it was tipped in the air by Cliff Brandstetter, the linebacker. Falls incomplete. Brings up a 3rd and 9. For the Royals on their first possession. Clock is stopped at 4:47. Todd's second attempt tonight. And he is 1 for 2. Should get a good shot. And you can see how cold it is as Redmond will blow on his hands and rub it. And that could create a problem for a throwing quarterback on a night like tonight. Also the receivers, as they send Mark Allsball wide to the left, Mike Allsball to the right. Straight drop back. Going down the sideline to Allsball. Good coverage back there by Brainstetter, I think. Let's see if we can get a number. Eric Smith was the intended or make that 38. Barney Wessler was back there in coverage. And it brings up a 4th and 9. Steve Gray.
Steve Gray back to punt for Wynford.
All the Vikings are on the line. Nobody back deep. Punt is away. It's a short one, but will be down at the 16-yard line. And that is where the River Valley Vikings will start off on offense for their second possession. 4:34 on the clock. So the Royals move the ball, get 1 first down to the 37-yard line, and then have to punt.
21 yards.
After the 21-yard punt by Steve Gray, it puts the Vikings deep in their own territory. On the 17-yard line, 1st and 10, full house backfield for the Vikings. Second back through. That's Nick Wolf.
Ball carrier, tackled by Chad Purdue.
And the right side of that defensive line for Wynford Royals.
2nd and 9.
Brings up a 2nd and 9.
The injured player was John Seif, and we'll keep you posted on his condition when it comes in.
Barzakini, the up back, as they shifted to the eye. Quick down the right sideline and incomplete. Colton Bayless and Mark Allsball in the coverage. Let's take a look at the replay. Barney Wessler was the intended receiver, and Allsball just throwing a little bit high, and Allsball made sure that Wessler was not going to catch on to that ball, and it falls incomplete. Brings up a 3rd and 9. Full house backfield. And Barzakina, first man through, carrying runners with him, and finally brought down by Steve Schimpf. It's going to be a little bit, let's see where they mark it. Looks like he's about a yard shy of a first down. So it brings up a 4th down after the 8-yard pickup. Tony Stover is deep, and it's partially blocked, and it's caught, picked up by Colton Bayless. He's going to cut up the right sideline, and he is knocked out of bounds at the 30-yard line. So a very gutsy play by Colton Bayless to field that punt after it was partially blocked, and Bayless comes up limping as he was ripped out of bounds. Couldn't tell who got a big paw on it, but somebody got a big paw on it at the line of scrimmage, and Royals, a big break for them. First down on the 30-yard line.
Royals ball 1st and 10 on the River Valley 3-yard line.
Redmond with a slot right formation. Shane Grove tripped up in behind the line by Tim Klingo, and he's going to lose a yard on it. Brings up a 2nd and 11. Todd Redmond talking to his teammates.
11 on the River Valley 31-yard line.
Scott Ziegler comes in with the play. 2 minutes in the first quarter. Royals with a big break. Ball on the 31-yard line. Ziegler wide to the left. Redmond looking that way as he rolls that way. Under pressure, gets away from one guy and is brought down. Might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage or lost a half a yard, and he's going to lose more than that.
Loss on the play, brings up 3rd down.
So it's going to loss of 2, brings up a 3rd and 13.
3rd and 13 on the River Valley.
So the Royals trying to take advantage of a big break and can't seem to do so here early. 3rd and 13 on the 33-yard line. It's a slot right. Allspaw split wide to the right. There's the option. Redmond keeps and is wrapped up by Dave Lindsay.
Brings up 4th down.
And he might have gained a yard on the play. And it brings up a 4th down. Steve Gray will come in and Redmond comes out.
No gain on the play.
Clock winding down to 50 seconds here in the first quarter. Gray's good snap, gets the punt away. It's a short one, and takes a Vikings bounce, and is downed by Dave Strauch on the 12-yard line. So River Valley pinned once again deep in their own territory with 38 seconds left on the clock.
Punt, good for 19 yards.
Royals in a 52 defense, I formation, power I for the Vikings. Quick hitter over the middle, and it's incomplete. In and out of the hands, and we have a power failure. Now we're back. Jeff Petrie, the tight end, falls incomplete. It was in his hands. He couldn't hold on to it. 16 seconds stops the clock. First quarter action. Still no score. The Vikings stay in the power I. They send Wessler wide to the right. There's a counter, a quick hitter, Lindsay, and he's going to pick up maybe a half a yard. That's Barzakini coming up from the pile and stopped that time by the left side of the Royals defensive line.
Gain of 1 on the play, brings up 3rd and 9.
That's the end of the first quarter, and when we come back, There's no score. It'll be a 3rd and 9 for the Vikings when we come back.
Bill's TV and Appliance is celebrating 40 years of serving Crawford and surrounding counties. Since 1947, we've strived to satisfy you, our valued customers, with all your TV and appliance needs. To help celebrate this special occasion, you can buy this 13-inch diagonal RCA XL100 color TV with automatic color and automatic fine-tuning. It was $269.95, now only $174. Because of you, we're Crawford County's #1 choice TV and appliance firm. Come celebrate our 40th anniversary at Bill's TV and Appliance at the east edge of Bucyrus, or 1/2 block west of the Public Square in Uptown Galleon.
We begin the second quarter of action. A 3rd and 9 from the 13 for the River Valley Vikings. Full house backfield. Second back through is Wolf. Cuts inside and is going to be dropped short of the first down at about the 21-yard line. Craig Schieffer and Steve Schimpf come up from the secondary spot to drop Wolf, and it's a gain of 7. Let's watch the replay. Just a second back through on the counter as Shepard hands off to Wolf, who makes a spin there and is tripped down by Schimpf and Schieffer. And a 4th and 1, a punting situation. Tony Stover, good roll for the River Valley Vikings, and it goes out of bounds at the 34-yard line. So Wolf got a big break from the wind that time. And Wynford will take over on their 34-yard line. Third possession for the Royals. The second one, they got a big break and had a first down from the River Valley 30-yard line, but lost yardage on their 3 plays and were forced to punt. And they have pinned the Vikings deep in their own territory the first 2 times they have had the ball.
Timeout, Royal.
Wynford wants a timeout. And we'll take a timeout with 11:24 on the clock. No score from Wynford High School.
Geyer's Produce is brought fresh daily to all the local Geyer stores. The care and selection of their produce is just one example of the pride they take in bringing their customers the finest products possible at the lowest possible price. Double value on your coupons saves you even more money. Geyer's is involved actively in the community they serve. Another example of family pride. Non-profit organizations, check with Geyer's on their Save a Label program. Geyer's in Bucyrus, Gallaudet, Mount Gilead, Vermilion, and Wellington.
First and 10 for the Royals from the 34. Line up in the slot formation to the right. Redmond fumbles the ball and recovered his own fumble. It's going to be a loss of 2. And it was Todd who fell on the ball. A 2nd and 12. So far has been a defensive struggle between both teams as Mike Allspaw comes in with the play. Colton Bayless goes out. Ball on the 32-yard line of Wynford. No score. They send Mike Allspaw wide to the right. Straight drop back. Redmond going to the sideline for Allspaw, and Nick Wolf with good coverage. Falls incomplete, brings up a 3rd and 12 at 10:39 here in the second quarter.
Nick Wolf on the coverage for River Valley brings up 3rd and 12.
Todd Redmond now 1 for 4 on the night, 13 yards. Came into the game with just a .370 percentage and averaging 13 yards per reception. Does have 2 TDs. And Steve Schimpf, the ball carrier, will pick up maybe a yard, and it brings up a 4th and 11, so Steve Gray will be back in for the 3rd time, standing on about his 21-yard line. Snap is good. Kick is away. Into the wind. Not a bad job. It goes out of bounds. Let's see where they mark it. And they're going to give him up to the 36-yard line. 37-yard line. So that is where River Valley will start on offense with 10:02 on the clock. No score. This is their best field position of the night so far. From the 32. Quarterback Travis Shepard brings the troops to the line. Full house backfield. And Wolf and Shepard collide, and also collided with Shade Sand, who wrapped up Wolf and dropped him for a loss behind the backfield. Let's watch this. Oh, Shane Sand, there was no collision between quarterback and running back. It was just Shane Sand busting through from his left side defensive end spot, drops him for a 4-yard loss, and it brings up a 2nd and 14. Down the right sideline, and it's overthrown by Shepard, who is going for Rick Wallace.
Shepard to Wallace, incomplete.
And a 3rd and 14 with 9:21 here in the second quarter. Still no score.
3rd and 14 on the River Valley 33-yard line.
Neither team generating any type of offense tonight on a cold, windy, and damp night here at Wynford Stadium. So the Royals line up, or the Vikings line up in I formation. Shepard rolling to his left, goes over the middle. It's picked off by David Karcher. Karcher down the right sideline and is tripped up at the 28-yard line by Nick Wolf. David Karcher had an excellent game. As a matter of fact, our Bills TV Appliance player of the game last week against Colonel Crawford. Another stellar defensive performance. Let's watch the replay. Now Shepard looking over the middle, possibly for Wolf. Instead, David Karcher steps right in there, and it was Wolf who made the tackle. So the Royals get their second break of the evening. And we got an officials timeout. River Valley calls a timeout. So with 8:57 on the clock, we'll take a timeout. When we come back, the Royals will have a first down from the Vikings 27-yard line.
Hi, I'm Joe Wynford, the host and manager of the Brown Derby here in Bucyrus. At the Brown Derby, you will enjoy tender USDA prime steaks, delicious prime rib, fresh seafood, plus much more, all at our famous Brown Derby prices. And all entrees include our fabulous super salad table. You can't beat Brown Derby for quality and value. So join us soon for breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the Brown Derby in the Holiday Inn on North Sandusky Avenue in Bucyrus.
And the Royals, with their second break of the game, have a 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line of River Valley. Straight drop back by Todd Redmond. Looking to his right, will keep it, and will get near the 25. Maybe pick up 2 on the play. And it brings up a 2nd down and 8 from the 26.
On the River Valley 26-yard line.
Craig Kincaid comes in with the play. It's a single setback with Shane Grove all alone in the backfield. Allspaw wide to the right. And Redmond is going to be dropped for a loss.
Redmond sacked in the backfield by number 68, Dave Lindsay.
Dave Lindsay along with Barney Wessler back in there for the Vikings. And it's about a 9-yard loss. Brings up a 3rd and 17.
The River Valley 35-yard line.
3rd and 17 for the Royals, who really haven't been that successful with the run or the pass this evening so far. Schieffer and Grove in the backfield. Alspaugh wide to the right. Straight drop back by Redmond. Dumps it off to Schieffer. Incomplete as he is driven out of bounds by Rick Thompson. And it's a 4th and 17. Ball is on the 34-yard line. And the Royals from here will probably go for it as Redmond stays in. 7:16, the clock has stopped. Second quarter action, still no score. And now Mike Alspaugh comes in for Colton Bayless as we look inside the Royals huddle. Better get this play off before the 30-second clock winds down. And Schieffer and Grove in the backfield. It's a slot left. Under pressure, Redmond gets it away to Schieffer, and he's going to pick up 7, get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that is where the Vikings will take over possession. It was a gain of 7. Not quite enough for a first down.
George Dykert on the tackle.
So River Valley takes over again with 6:56 left on the clock. Full house backfield. Lindsey, or Wolf, the deep back. Zarzakoni, and on the fake, Shepard keeps it and is dropped for loss. David Karcher and Steve Schimpf.
Loss on the play. Brings up second.
Let's take a look at the replay. Let's see if there's a mix-up here. Yeah, it was. As Shepard went to the left, everybody else went right, and had to keep the ball and was dropped for a 1-yard loss. So it brings up a 2nd and 11.
2nd 11, River Valley 26-yard line.
Full house backfield once again for the Vikings. Second back through.
Lindsey, the ball carrier, brought down by the middle of the Royals line.
Rick Lindsey will pick up 3 on the play.
Pick up a 3 on the play, brings up 3rd down. 3rd and 8.
Ball is just inside the 30-yard line. A 3rd and 8 for the Vikings. Lindsey, the deep back, in that power I formation. He gets a ball, and Shane Grove hits him immediately at the line of scrimmage, and then David Karcher came in to help
Lindsey, the ball carrier.
For maybe a half a yard. It brings up a 4th down. Let's watch it. You can see the defensive line of the Royals stacked up in there, and Shane Grove fought off the block and made the initial contact. And it's a 4th and 7. Nick Wolf back to punt. Tony Stover deep for the Royals, standing on his 36-yard line. With the wind, it'll be right to Stover, who fields it, fumbles it, and then falls on it. And Tony Stover falls on it, and the Royals once again with pretty decent field position on the 47-yard line.
On the Wynford 46-yard line. 32 yards on the punt.
Not much offense by either team. It certainly has been a defensive struggle, and we anticipated that somewhat as the Royals have done an excellent job of shutting down the Vikings' running attack, while the Vikings have been pretty stingy against the run themselves. There's Grover cutting off the right side and still on his feet. However, the whistle blows as Wolf came up to make the contact. Nick Wolf, along with Cliff Brandstetter, the linebacker. And they're going to give him a yard loss after it looked like he might have gotten 3 or 4. So 2nd and 11. Colton Bayless comes out. Craig Kincaid comes in for the Royals. It's Schieffer and Grove in the backfield. Kincaid to the right. Option play. Redmond keeps it, cuts inside, and picks up 5 or 6.
Takes the ball down to River.
stopped at the 49-yard line. And it is a gain of 5. So it brings up a 3rd and 6 as Bayless comes in with the play. Kincaid comes out. Big play here for the Royals to try to keep this drive alive. Only 1 first down in the game, and that was on their first drive as they send Colton Bayless wide to the right. Markall's ball to the left. It's Schieffer and Grove in the backfield. Straight drop back. Steps up in the pocket, Redmond does, and he's dropped. Tim Klingel, the nose guard, wrapped up Todd behind the line of scrimmage, and let's watch the play. Now Todd will just straight drop back. Klingel coming from his nose guard position as Redmond steps up in the pocket. And it's a 4-yard loss. So with 2:57 on the clock before halftime, no score in what has turned out to be a defensive struggle. Steve Gray back to do the punting. And back deep is Rich Wallace in the middle for the Vikings. Snap is good. Kick is away into the wind. And Wallace fumbles it, falls on it, and Valley will be pinned deep in their territory again at the 19-yard line, hustling down to make the tackle. Craig Schieffer. Let's watch the replay on it, and you can see Wallace maybe looked before he caught the ball, and
31 yards on the Steve Gray punt.
So Gray pins River Valley deep in their own territory, 19-yard line. Full house backfield. Lindsay, the deep back. Barzakini, now they send Wolf to the right. High formation for the Vikings. Shepard with the draw play. Lindsay, big hole on right side, and brought down in the secondary past the 42-yard line. Steve Schimpf and Tim Reinhardt finally brought him down, but not before a pickup of 21 yards.
21 yards on the play. First down, River Valley.
The biggest gain from the line of scrimmage for either team tonight, and gives the Vikings some breathing room. Ball near the 42. I formation again. Lindsay, the deep back. Barzakini, the up back. Wolf to the right. Shepard looking to his left. Rolls out of the pocket. Karcher's in pursuit and drops him. Excellent pressure that time by David Karcher. And excellent pursuit.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Came to play, and it's a loss of 2 as Shepard is dropped for a 2-yard loss. Brings up a 2nd and 12. Clock winding down, 1:22 before halftime. High school football on TV54. Eric Smith comes in. And now they send him off as I formation. Lindsay, the deep back. Barzakini, the up back. Wolf to the right. Power sweep. And it's a reverse. The Royals stayed at home and played it out. And an excellent job by Steve Schimpf coming up from his cornerback spot. And he read that play perfectly as Wallace is dropped for a 9-yard loss. No, make that a 7-yard loss. So 43.
6-yard loss on the play. Brings up 3rd down. 3rd and 16.
Well, the Royals came into this game as the league's top-rated defensive unit against the run, and they have certainly held true to that tonight. 3rd and 16, I formation. And there's a draw play again. Lindsay cuts upside and is brought down by David Karcher.
Lindsay, the ball carrier, brought down by number 6.
And Tim Reinhardt.
Dave Karcher and 51, Tim Reinhardt.
Not enough for a first down, and it's a 4th and 7. As the clock winds down, we have played one half of high school football here at Wynford Stadium. And no score on the clock. We'll be back with the halftime entertainment and our halftime stats right after this.
2 convenient concession stands as well.
At Matthews Kennedy Used Cars in Bucyrus, we have an outstanding selection of pre-owned cars and trucks. Hi, I'm Thompson Tennant, the new manager. And we have one goal here, and that is your complete satisfaction. We have over 50 cars and trucks in stock, with local trade-ins coming in daily. So if you're looking for that special car or truck, stop by Matthews Kennedy Used Cars, next to the Holiday Inn on Route 4 in Bucyrus.
This is the Portland Way Medical Building in Galleon. I'm Conrad Vaughn, and I want to invite you on a tour through Vaughn's Pharmacy. I take great pride in the dispensing of quality prescriptions at a reasonable price. We bill industrial workers' compensation as well as HMO, MediMed, PCS, Blue Cross, and paid prescription insurance plans. Kathy Vaughn fits back braces and breast replacement forms and bras in our private fitting room. Vaughn's Pharmacy has a lot of home health care equipment for sale or for rent. Wheelchairs, toilet seat extenders, blood pressure monitors, thermometric whirlpools, blood glucose monitors, hospital beds with regular or gel flotation mattresses, TENS units, bedwetting monitors, and lift seat chairs. Abortion at any age is the killing of a defenseless baby, and I want to help the mother with a better solution. As a community service, we refer her to Heartbeat of Crawford County for free pregnancy testing, prenatal care, adoption information, or baby supplies and clothes after the baby is born. We also offer information about diabetes, drug abuse, hypertension, and other medical problems. At Vaughn's Pharmacy, we care about you.
Beaver Office Products carries a full line of typewriters, from sophisticated word processing units to electronic portables. You'll find a variety of models with features to handle your typewriter needs. Beaver Office Products is proud to sell heavy-duty office equipment made by Char Electronics, the leader in the industry. Of course, we also carry a full line of Sharp calculators. From Sharp minds come Sharp products. Beaver Office Products in Bucyrus, Marion, Mansfield, Findlay, and Fremont.
Welcome back to Wynford Stadium for the start of the third quarter action. Now, we anticipated a low-scoring ball game, and it was exactly what we've got in a defensive struggle. There, see the yards rushing for both teams, 10 for Wynford, 53 for the Vikings, 18 and 13 passing, only 66 and 28, and the total plays are just about close, 21 for the Royals, 22, and our score, of course, is knotted at 0. As Tim Klingel has teed it up for the Vikings, he will be kicking deep. Is Colton Bayless, Mark Allspaw, and Tracy Wren for the Royals, who have had the break so far in the first half, and that's a deep kickoff. Fielded in the end zone by Wren. He comes out with it, and is going to be dropped at the 10-yard line, so the Royals are going to be pinned deep in their own territory while they can forward progress to the 13. So that is where the Royals will start on offense. Todd Redmond, the quarterback. It's been Shane Grove and Craig Schieffer in the backfield. Colton Bayless, the flanker. Tony Stover, the tight end. And Mark Allspaw, the split end, as Redmond comes running out on the field. Clock is running at 11:35. We have just begun the third quarter of action here at Wynford High School. No score on the clock. Tony Santana with the play-by-play for TV54 of high school football. And it's Grove and Schieffer in the backfield. They give it to Schieffer on the counter, and he might pick up one. Number 48 is Rick Thompson there to wrap him up.
Rick Thompson on the tackle.
And they do give him one on the carry, so it's a 2nd and 9. Second down and 9 for the Royals, who send split ends. Here's the option play. Redmond pitches to Schieffer, who bobbles the ball, and they're going to call it dead as the ball was jarred loose. And it looked like Rick Thompson once again in on the tackle. It's a gain of 1.
Gain of 1 on the play brings up third.
So it's a 3rd down and 8. Ball just inside the 14-yard line of Wynford as Colton Bayless comes in with a play. Let's see if the Royals go up top on this play. 3rd down and 8. 10-14, the clock is rolling. It's a slot right. Bayless in the slot. Allspaw wide to the right. Redmond with pressure. Scrambles out of the pocket and is dropped just at about the line of scrimmage. And it was Thompson once again. So Rick Thompson has come to play for River Valley. And Steve Gray comes in to do the punting. And the Vikings should get good field position out of this. Steve will be aided somewhat by the wind that is blowing out of the southwesterly direction. Snap is good. Kick is away, and it's a short one. Fair caught by Rich Wallace, or Eric Smith.
River Valley ball first and 10 on the Wynford 38-yard line.
On the 38-yard line for River Valley. Travis Shepard is their quarterback. Rick Lindsay was a big ball carrier in the first half, 4 carries for 80 or 32 yards. Tony Barzacchini, 4 carries for 17 yards. They go with the I. Barzacchini the up back, Lindsay the deep back. First back through is Barzacchini, and he's going to pick up 1 or 2. He's wrapped up by David Karcher, Shane Grove, and Craig Schieffer coming up from the bottom of the pile. That's a gain of 1.
Gain of 1 on the play brings up 2nd and 9.
So a 2nd down and 9 for the River Valley Vikings, who come into this game 2-1 in the NCC, right behind Wynford, who are all alone at the top at 3-0. It's I formation again for the Vikings, and Shepard fakes pass over the middle, keeps it, running out of bounds, and is wrapped up. Tim Reinhardt over on the tackle. And nice defense by the Royals. Let's watch here as they string him out. Now Shepard will look over the middle for a quick hitter, nothing there, so he decides to go outside, and great pursuit by Craig Schieffer and Tim Reinhardt to drive him out of bounds. He picks up 1, so it brings up a 3rd and 9. 3rd and 8, I should say. It's I formation. Eric Smith wide to the right on the short side of the field, and it's a reverse pass over the middle, incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
Rick Lindsay was the intended receiver. And let's watch the razzle-dazzle now. You'll see the pitch first to Lindsay. And then he will hands off to Barney Wessler, who tries to go back to Lindsay, and it was incomplete. So no trickery there, and a high punt goes out of bounds, and Wynford will be pinned deep in their own territory at the 10-yard line is where they'll mark it. So with 8 minutes on the clock, it's stopped. No score in the 3rd quarter. We'll be back after this timeout.
Wow, look what they've done to Sweats!
Stop in and see all the things we can do with Sweats. Tees to Tuxes carries Sweats in 13 sizes and 19 colors. But hurry, they're going fast, because from casual to class, it's Tees to Tuxes in downtown Bucyrus.
Hello, everyone. We're here on the downtown streets of Bucyrus to find out where people buy carpet.
I'd go to Dixieland Carpet. I'd go to Dixieland. I understand they've added a lot of new carpet lines and other floor covering. They have reasonable prices, and they are local.
They did work for me, and that's where I'd go back if I need new carpet.
Well, I'd go to Dixieland Carpet. They're right here in Bucyrus, and I've heard a lot of good things about them.
People shop at Dixieland Carpet, 1652 Whetstone Street, Bucyrus.
After the 26-yard punt by Rick Wolf, it is a 1st and 10 for the Royals on their own 10-yard line. Their second possession here in the second half. And Redmond is accompanied by Schieffer and Grove in the backfield. It's a power sweep to Grove, left side. Grove cuts still on his feet. He'll pick up 5. And they'll mark it just near the 15-yard line. One of the tacklers in there was number 38, Barney Wessler for the Vikings. And there's Grover coming out for a breather now after picking up 5. According to my stats, it's only his 4th carry on the evening. Shane now 4 carries for 7 yards. 7:25. Mark Alsbaugh goes wide to the left. Kincaid in the slot. And just a quick hitter up the middle to Steve Schimpf. Rick Thompson was the tackler, coming up from his right side linebacker spot. And it's a 1-yard pickup for Steve Schimpf. Brings up a 3rd and 4. Colton Bayless will come in with a play. Kincaid comes out. Neither team really been able to mount any type of drive this evening, as both defenses have done an excellent job. Mark Allspaw wide to the left, and a quarterback sneak. Redmond in the secondary. First down and more as it gets out to the 25-yard line. And a first down for the Royals junior quarterback.
First and 10 Royals on the Royals 25-yard line.
9-yard pickup. So breathing room for the Royals here. Only their 2nd first down of the game. And it's time they go right with it. Steve Schimpf will pick up 3 more. Shane Grove comes back in. Craig Schieffer comes out, so it's Grover and Schimpf in the backfield. 2nd down and 7. And we have some light rain coming down, and it has been a very cold, windy, damp night here at Wynford. Schimpf and Grover, the backfield. Redmond rolling to his left. The option, pitches to Schimpf. And a nice play defensively by George Dykert, who strung out the play and give him 3 on it. 3rd and 4. Ball is on the 31-yard line. 5:04 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. They go slot right. Send Schimpf wide to the left. Single setback with Shane Grove. Inside reverse to Colton Bayless. Cuts upfield. Breaks 1 tackle. Gets a first down. Tony Stover came back to make a beautiful block to set Bayless free. Let's watch the play. Now watch inside handoff to Bayless coming from his right side and cuts up and is finally brought down in the secondary.
First and 10 Royals on the
7-yard pickup. Ball on the 38-yard line, single setback. Grove right side and carrying. And the Royals have done it exclusively on the ground. Some big plays in there by Colton Bayless. They send Allspaw wide to the left, Kincaid to the right. Quick pitch to Steve Schimpf. Cuts inside and might be near first down. He might be maybe a half a yard shy. Let's see where they mark it. Looks like it's inside the 34-yard line.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
And he's going to be shy. A 6-yard pickup.
3rd and 1 on the River Valley 34-yard line.
Now the rain's starting to come down a little bit heavier here at Wynford Stadium. They send Colton Bayless wide to the left, Mark Allspaw to the right. 3rd and 1, quarterback sneak, Todd Redmond. And his forward progress should have carried him as Rick Wolf and Cliff Brandstetter stop him. And I think we're going to have a measurement here as there's an official's timeout. See if they bring in the sticks. It looks like he is going to be, and it's a first down for Todd Redmond, the junior quarterback. Who now has carried the ball 12 times for 12 yards, 12 tough yards. as the drive continues that started on the 10-yard line. Kincaid is to the left, and the wind and rain are starting to come down, and we got movement on the line. Let's see what the call is. It might be against the Royals, and it's a legal procedure.
Procedure against Wynford. Brings up first and 15.
Yeah, it's the left guard, and it is our first penalty of the ball game, and it moves back. Backed up now 5 more yards. It's a 1st and 15. Quick pitch to the left. Ball is slick. Steve Schimpf gets it up to the 35. Got a couple back, and that's going to be it.
Gary Dennis on the tackle. Gain of 2 on the play brings up 2nd and 13.
1:19 here in the 3rd quarter. This drive started at the 10-yard line. It's a 2nd and 13 for the Royals, who send Mark Allsball to the left. And there's a misconnection, but Shane Grove still has the ball, still on his feet. A 15-yard pickup and a 1st down to the 20-yard line. Let's watch this one again if we got the replay on it, and watch. It's either an excellent fake. I'm sure Coach Filliater is going to say this play was designed, but Redmond and Grove collided in the backfield, and Grove held on to the ball. 15-yard pickup. Moves it down to the 20-yard line. The Royals and the crowd starting to get into this ball game. Grove off the right side, still on his feet, and then finally brought down. That's Brainstetter, number 47, Cliff Branstetter. As Grove will pick up 2 on the play, it's a 2nd and 8.
On the River Valley 18-yard line.
Colton Bayless comes in, and Kincaid will come out. Wind and rain coming down, and a score here with the way the defenses have been playing. This should be the final play, 5 seconds. Let's see if they get it off. And I think the quarter is going to end on them. Before they do, they just do get to play off Schimpf. A quick pitch to the right side. Still on his feet and finally brought down near 1st down territory as the clock winds down at the end of the 3rd quarter. And the ball is on the 10-yard line at near 1st down. And I believe it is going to be a 1st down. So a pickup of 8 by Steve Schimpf, as they just did get that play in as the 3rd quarter has come to an end. Still no score, but the Royals are knocking on the door. This is play number 16 of this drive that started way back on the 10-yard line in the 3rd quarter, first play of the 4th quarter, and it's a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line for the Royals. Grove will get stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Brainstetter and Rick Thompson in there on the tackle. I'll give him a gain of 1. So it's a 2nd and goal.
River Valley 9-yard line.
Quick pitch to the left, Steve Schimpf, and he's going to be stopped after a gain of 1. And guess who? Cliff Branstetter and Thompson again on the tackle as we get a shot.
Cyrus 14, Willard 7.
3rd down and goal. Ball is on the 8-yard line. Clock is winding down as Colton Bayless comes in with a play. Let's see if they stick it on the ground. They have yet to air it out on this drive. It's Schimpf, Grover in the backfield. They're slot to the left. Bayless in the slot. And there's a reverse to Bayless. This time it's not going to work as Nick Wolf stayed at home. Along with Brad Oberlander. And it's back on the 15, so it's a loss of 7. Let's watch it play. They go with the reverse, and Wolf and Oberlander were right there. Wolf particularly. And that time it didn't work. So a 4th and 13. Let's see what the Royals do. They think they call a timeout. Coach Greg Filiator wants to come out and talk about it. So with 10:20 on the clock in the 4th quarter, we'll take a timeout. 4th and 13 from the 15, or from the 13 for the Wynford Royals. Well, they have teed it up at the 20, and the Royals are going for an apparent field goal. Steve Gray is a place kicker, and Todd Rudman the holder. It's a 30-yarder. Snap is down, kick is away, and off to the left as Gray slipped after he kicked it. So the Royals, after moving from the 10 to the 13, come away empty, and 10-15, River Valley will get the ball back. On the 20-yard line. So first down for the Vikings on the 20-yard line. Royals stacked in a 6-2. Second back through is Lindsey, and he's not going to get much as Steve Gray and company really wrap him up.
Of the Royals line.
Got back to the line of scrimmage. You're going to give him a half a yard on the carry.
Half a yard on the carry brings up 2nd and 9.
So it brings up a 2nd and a long 9:50. Clock is rolling. We could see overtime here. I formation. Barzakini, the up back, hasn't seen much action here in the second half. Lindsey, the second, but the deep back lined up about 7 yards back, and a draw play. And Royals read it well again. Fumble on the play they're calling. Let's see. And it is Royals ball. Lindsey fumbles the ball. Shane Sand was in there. Dave Aubrey was in there. Steve Gray was in there. So
Steve Gray causing the fumble.
they're going to credit Steve Gray with the big hit that caused that fumble. So the Royals with another break here. Ball is right near the 20-yard line. Call it the 22.
First and 10 on the River Valley 22-yard line.
Shane Grove, single setback. They send Steve Schimpf wide to the right. There's Bayless from the wingback spot, cuts inside, down to near the 12-yard line. That should be a 10-yard pickup and enough for a first down. Now they give him 9 on the carry. So it brings up a 2nd and 1. Let's watch the replay on it, and it's just the wing-back handoff from the right side, a counter play, and Colton Bayless cut inside and was finally brought down in the secondary of the Vikings. So with clock grinding down to 8:27, we get a good shot of the Vikings defense as they line up in a 52. Grove and quarterback sneak, but Redmond slipped, but should have enough for the first down as it gets down to near the 11. And a 2-yard pickup for Todd. And the ball is on the 11-yard line, so the Royals conceivably can still get another first down. It's Schimpf and Grover in the backfield on a slot right formation. Quick pitch to Schimpf, and is brought down immediately. Tony Barzakini brought him down. No gain on the play. And they're going to give him a 2-yard loss, so it's second down and 12. Ball on about the 13-yard line. 7:27, clock is winding down. Could come down to the toe of Steve Gray in this ball game. And a little bit of confusion on the Royals' part. They better get this play off. Alspaugh hustling to wide to the right. Redmond, straight drop back. Oh, and he's hit. Blindsided, and there's a fumble on the play. And River Valley recovers. Number 58, Gary Dennis, blindsided Redmond. Let's watch as he goes. Todd will take a straight drop back. Now he's looking to his left. Well, it was number, well, couldn't see the number on 80-something, but quite possibly Brad Oberlander. So the Vikings take over on the 16-yard line.
River Valley first and 10, Valley 16-yard line.
High formation. Lindsay and fumble on the play, still loose. And I think Lindsay recovered the fumble. A ball is probably very slick right about now with the rain coming down and the wind. He's going to lose a bundle back inside the 10-yard line to about the 8. That's a 10-yard loss. Yep. 8-yard loss.
At the River Valley 8-yard line.
Clock at 6 minutes. I formation. Lindsay the deep back. They give it to Barzaconi up the gut, and Schieffer is there to bring him down, along with Tim Reinhardt, I should say. He'll gain maybe 5 of that back. Barzacchini has handled the ball only 6 times tonight for 24 yards unofficially. Second and 13. Third and 13, I should say. They go with the power I, and Wolf won't get enough for a first down as it'll bring up a 4th and a long 8 after the 4-yard pickup. So with 5 minutes on the clock, the Royals should get good field position as Nick Wolf goes back, standing just inside his 2-yard line. Snap is there, kick is away. Tony Stover standing deep for the Royals will let it bounce, and it'll be down right about midfield on the midfield stripe. Barney Wessler downed it for the Vikings, and with 4:41 left on the clock, no score. We'll be back. It's a 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line for the Royals. They go with the reverse, and they were waiting on that one, the Vikings were, and it's going to be a loss of 10. Cliff Brandstetter.
Brandstetter on the tackle.
Let's watch the replay. They tried this play one too many times. Brandstetter right there to trap Bayless for a loss, and they give him a 9-yard loss. 2nd and 19. Mark Allspaw comes out. Mike comes in. 2nd down and 19. 3:37. And there was movement. David Karcher, the right guard, I think lifted his head up too soon. That's their 2nd penalty of the game, and they've both been on Wynford. So now brings up a 2nd and 24.
Cyrus General Store for their sponsorship of the balls that were passed out after the Mohawk game.
2nd and 24. They send Bayless wide to the right. Mike Allspaw to the left. Straight drop back. Sideline pattern. Bayless, the intended receiver. And he's going to say it was incomplete. And his ball is knocked away. Back deep was Wallace and Wolf.
Pass is broken up by number 20, Nick Wolf. Brings up 3rd and 24.
3rd down and 24 as the clock is stopped at 3:17.
3rd and 24 on the Wynford 36-yard line.
Single setback is Craig Schieffer. Steve Schimpf wide to the left, slot right with Bayless in the slot. Inside handoff. Bayless eludes one tackler, still on his feet, gets a block, and a flag is down. Bayless takes it all the way down to the 42-yard line. we'll wait and see what the call is. And it looks like it might be against the Royals as they're backtracking.
Penalty is against Wynford.
And it's a clip. That's a big one. I'll probably take it from the point of the infraction. So let's see where they mark it. And starting from the 49, they'll take it back to about the 35. Yeah, 33. So it nullifies a big gain by Colton Bayless that would have been enough for a first down. So after the 15-yard loss,
Penalty brings up third.
Brings up third in a bundle. About 29 yards. 34 yards make that. And they run a draw play that goes nowhere. And the Royals will have to give up the football with 2:44.
Make that Steve Chip the ball carrier. Brings up fourth down. Steve Gray in the punt for Wynford.
Rich Wallace is the only guy back, so the Vikings may have a block attempt on this. Low snap. Ooh, and Gray just does get it away. Backs Wallace up. Back on his 35. Cuts upfield, the right sideline, still on his feet. And driven out of bounds in Wynford territory at the 48-yard line. So at 2:12, the Vikings will have a first down on the 48. No score when we come back. The Vikings with their best field position there in the second half on the Royals' 48-yard line, first and 10. 1:58 remaining in regulation time. We could see overtime. Full house backfield. Lindsay, the deep back. Barzakini, the up back. They go to Lindsay, second back through, and he's going to pick up a good 6 yards, maybe 7. And they give him 6, and it's a 2nd and 4. 1:30, the clock continues to run. Dave Aubrey comes out. And at full house backfield again, Shepard barking out the signals. It's time to go to Barzakini, straight up the gut. Steve Gray is there to corral him down, along with Jim Cox, number 79. And timeout. River Valley wants to talk things over here as they are faced with a 3rd and a long 3, a short 4. With 1:08 on the clock, so we'll take a timeout, and we'll be back right after this message. Well, Coach Fletcher has talked it over with his troops, Craig Fletcher that is, and on a 3rd and 4, they go to an I formation. Lindsay, the deep back, and got a flag on the play. Let's see who they call it. Might be encroachment. We'll wait for the referee's signal, and it's what it looks like from here. And it is encroachment against the defense. It'll be an automatic first down with a 5-yard pickup. Moves the ball to the 31. Let's see if we can see where it is. Possibly on the left side. Yep, that's the right side as Shane Grove was caught in the neutral zone. So 1st and 10 from the 36. For River Valley, I formation. Wolf is wide to the left. Lindsay, the deep back. Barzakini, the up back. And it's a draw to Lindsay that goes nowhere. As stacked up in there by the interior defensive line of the Royals. Tony Stover, Tim Reinhardt, Jim Cox, Steve Gray in there as well. And it's going to be a loss of 2. So it brings up a 2nd and 12 with 50 seconds left in regulation.
On the play, brings up 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12 on the Royals' 38-yard line.
Dave Aubrey comes in for Jim Cox. Second and 12, I formation for the Vikings. And Shepard wanted to go over the middle, then couldn't. When he finally did, it was incomplete as Tim Reinhardt with excellent coverage.
Tim Reinhardt breaking up that pass intended for number 38.
Barney Wessler, the intended receiver, stops the clock with 26 seconds, brings up a 3rd and 12.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
So unless we see some big plays here in the final 26 seconds, we're going to see overtime. Last year in overtime, River Valley came out on top 10-7. Tracy Wren comes in as a 5th defensive back. As Royals expecting the pass here with an I formation. Instead, Barzakini gets it up the middle. Gray riding him for a little bit, and David Karcher finally helps out. And we got a timeout, River Valley.
Timeout, River Valley.
To gain a 6.
Gain of 6 on the play.
With 18 seconds left, it brings up a 4th and about 6. Well, the Vikings are going to go for a long one here. On a 4th and 6. And looks like from where they're set up, that's 47 yards. Tim Klingel will go for it. Wallace is the holder. Snap is down. Kick is going to be way short. Bayless will field it, and he'll come out with it. Cuts up the right sideline, gets a block. Let's see. 8 seconds, 7 seconds, still on his feet. There's room on the left sideline. Still on his feet. And it's out of bounds, but play has ended here in regulation. As the time expires, we're going into overtime. Stay with us. No score, and we'll set up the regulation or the overtime period right after this.
Beaver Office Products is your full-line sharp copier dealership. The versatile SF8100 features zoom reduction and enlargement, as well as dual-page functions onto a variety of paper sizes. The SF7200 is a very inexpensive, compact, fully featured unit with 200% enlargement capability and 4 color functions. The SF9600 is the fastest tabletop duplicator in the industry, producing 60 copies per minute. As you can see, all sharp copiers are as easy to operate as child's play.
Coming back, and there's a personal foul against the Royals, and I'm sure it won't matter because the time has expired here, unless it was before. And what'll happen here is in regulation is they'll get 4 plays starting from the 20, or at least 4 plays to try to get the ball in from the 20, and both teams should get the opportunity. Coach Greg Filliater talking to the officials. Let's watch a replay on this, and you can see the field goal attempt is going to be way short. Colton Bayless playing center field, just back there fields it, cuts up the right sideline, and then we'll cut back to his left where there is open territory on the left sideline. Let's see if we can see the personal foul, and well, so we go into overtime, and as I said last year, the Vikings came out on top 10-7 in overtime. Well, while there is a pause in the action, we'll be waiting a little bit, and we'll be selecting our Bills TV and Appliance Player of the Game. So with our scorer 0-0, and our overtime period, as I said, we'll be selecting our Bills TV Appliance Player of the Game. And we'll wait and see what happens after overtime. Now we'll have a coin toss. Let's see who gets it first as the captains come out. Well, the way things have gone tonight and the defense have played, we could be in for a long game. Remember last week it was Lexington and Ashland going into 3 overtimes before Ashland pulled out, or Lexington pulled out a 1-point victory. So let's see what they do. There's a coin toss. And who will take possession first? And it looks like River Valley will be getting their first possession. Now Wynford will have to decide which goal they will want to defend.
River Valley won the toss.
So with a pause in the action, we'll take a timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Chuck Hesse of Bill Hesse Insurance, and today I'd like to invite you into our agency. 1970, Bill Hesse, my father, established this business on dependable service and affordable pricing. Since then, we've come to where we are today, with a staff of 3 full-time employees trained to answer any questions or service any needs you may have. Since Dad's passing in January, we have gone through some changes, still keeping in mind dependable service and affordable pricing. Come, let us be your agency. Representing United Ohio and Ohio Mutual and several other major companies, we pledge the best possible coverage for the best possible price. Thank you.
Welcome back. It is overtime here at Wynford Stadium, and River Valley gets the ball on the 20-yard line. Now they're calling the personal foul, so maybe they're going to mark it off in overtime, and that is a big break. Half the distance, should put it on the 10-yard line. So the Royals are definitely with their backs against the wall here, as River Valley will start off from the 10-yard line. They go to a power I formation. Lindsay is the deep back. Barzakini the up back. Wolf the right halfback. And they give it to Barzakini down to the 3. So there is no clock here. They just go until they don't score or do score with 4 plays. And from the 2, second down. And Barzakini, Lindsay, and Wolf in the backfield. Shepard the quarterback. And they go to Barzakini, and wrapped up David Karcher and Tim Reinhardt in there as well. And you can see where it's at on about the 2-yard line. So if the Royals defense ever had to come through, this was one of those times. 3rd down and goal from the 2. You remember the Vikings got a big break on that personal foul and started on the 10-yard line. They go stick with the power I. This time it's is wrapped up by Shane Grove. An excellent play by Grover as Barzakini tried to read the line and couldn't do it, and it backs it up. Now, let's see what the Vikings decide to do. They send in their field goal kicking unit, Tim Klingel, number 79. Rich Wallace will be doing the holding. And it's off the left hash mark, so it's going to be a sidewinder here. Wallace holding, snap is down. It's partially blocked, and flag is down. And Dave Aubrey, let's see what the call is. Personal foul, roughing the kicker against Wynford. Boy, I'd like to see the replay on that one. Well, they're going to call a... So, boy, a second big break for the Vikings, and now they're at about the... should be an automatic first down, and on the 1 or 2 yard line, Coach Greg Filliater standing on the sideline wondering what the call was. I formation, Lindsay the deep back, Barzakini the up back. Barzakini, second effort, will be right on the goal line. There you see the ball inches away on this cold, wet, windy autumn night in October. First Friday of October, and they're back up again. Well, this is it. Power I, strong to the right. Lindsay is a deep back. Barzakini, the up back. Barzakini is hit immediately. And wow, the Royals defense is really coming up. Shane Sand. Let's watch this replay. Now he just tries to go off the right side, a power dive, and right there, Tony Stover and company. As a matter of fact, they knock him back a half a yard. So a third down and still less than a yard to go for the touchdown. I believe Craig Fletcher will go for it on 4 if they get the opportunity here. Full house backfield and strong to the right. Quick hitter, incomplete. It's batted down. Shepard tried a quick hitter. And I think they're going to go for the field goal as Klingo comes in. So give the Royals defense, watch the replay on it. Fake the dive, just a quick hitter, and it's batted down at the line of scrimmage. Couldn't catch a number on it, but somebody got their big paw on it. And now Klingo is straight ahead, and this one will be from about 17. Snap is down. It's going to be blocked again. And it was Dave Aubrey who was called for the penalty, snuck through from his nose guard position. And the Royals defense. Oh, and there should be a penalty on that as Rich Wallace threw the ball at Colton Bayless and hit him in the back of the head. Nothing called. Boy, what a play. Goal line stand by the Wynford Royals. Dave Aubrey, who has blocked one punt earlier this year, in the first game against Bucyrus that led to a touchdown, makes a big play here as he gets through the line of scrimmage from his nose guard spot. And it was a clean block, folks, let me tell you. So now Wynford will get their 4 plays from the 20. And Shane Groves, single setback. Craig Schieffer to the left. Bayless in the slot right formation. They give it to Bayless, and he's going to be trapped as that wingback counter just hasn't worked here in the fourth quarter. They drop him for a loss. Steve Schimpf comes in with a play. Ball on the 23, and Todd Redmond, keeper, gets back to the initial line of scrimmage, which is the 20-yard line, and that'll be it, as that River Valley defense has hung tough themselves.
Final score for Columbia 22, Galleon 8. Timeout, Wynford.
Royals call a timeout as Greg Filliater comes out on the field to talk to his young quarterback. So we'll take a timeout here, and it'll be a 3rd and 20, or third down from the 20 when we come back. Well, we have come to a 3rd and 20 here in the first overtime period. The Royals with Shane Grove, the single setback, slot right with Colton Bayless in the slot. Mark Allsbaugh wide to the right. And this time they fake it. One block will do it. Tyler Redmond's going to score a touchdown for the Royals. And this game is over. Mark Allsbaugh with a key block and jubilation on the field as they went with a wingback counter. They faked it. And Todd Redmond kept it. A great call from the sidelines of the Wynford Royals gets them a victory, 6-0. Wow, what a play. I don't know if we have the replay on that. Let's take a look at the replay and watch. This time Redmond will fake to Bayless on that wingback counter. Fake to Grove and watch a block by Mark Allsbaugh. Knocked Wolf off his feet, and Todd Redmond goes in from 20 yards out, and the Wynford Royals are now 4-0 in the NCC, a very big win, and the Cardiac Kids of Crawford County pull another one out, and their defense should get the game ball for this game because they had goal line stand in overtime, won the ball game in that Dave Aubrey block punt. So our final score, 6-0 in favor of the Royals. And our Bills TV player of the game, I would go to David Aubrey, who made that key block, and maybe just the whole Royals defense. But Todd Redmond, the winning scorer, so we'll give him our Bills TV appliance and Galleon and Bucyrus player of the game for the winning touchdown, 20 yards out in overtime. Wynford 6, River Valley nothing. And that's going to be our ball game as Wynford comes out on top in overtime, 6-0. Final score. Wynford will be traveling to Ridgedale next week, while River Valley will be taking on Elgin. Our final score from Wynford Stadium, 6-0 in favor of the Royals. And for everybody from the TV54 Sports Catch Cam crew, I'm Tony Santana saying so long from Wynford High School.